I've traveled out just to make sure to get a proper dialysis of my problem. I've gone to several hospitals, visited more than 10 consultants, not hospital, like 10 consultants to check my case well. Visited, taking drugs, not just drugs worth money that people take and they get better. But instead of the drug to work, it makes my condition even worse. That's why I'm here, honestly speaking. It makes me very sick, and I don't have the confidence that I used to have years back ago.
Are you sure it is not one of those girls that you slept or you've been sleeping with that actually is behind what is happening to you?
If I was thinking about it, but me thinking about it now, I don't think so. I told you I'm a playboy, and right now I'm currently with only one of my girlfriend, and I'm okay with her. So, but during those periods,
Hello, people. Is your host Skit Lord, aka the next governor. Today we are in the studio to do what we know how to do best. Today matter get as it take no one be. This matter wear sneakers on top of wetin pass rain boot, tie wrapper, con not tie, use gele finish up on top of another gele. This is just to tell you how serious this very issue is. This matter, now this young man here, now him bring this matter to our table. But just like I promised you guys, there is no time to waste time. I would like us to meet him so that he will narrate this story to you guys exactly the same way he emailed it to me that made me to invite him down to the studio. But before then, do not forget that the only way you can get through to us is by our email. Now, may we dive into the matter. We bring us come here this beautiful morning. Hello, good morning.
hello, good morning.
Please, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, but deep down I came here with a problem, and the problem is quite alarming. So that's why I'm here to express myself as well as seek solution to my problem.
All right, Chairman, I understand that very well. And it is because of the agreement I have with you, that is why I am hiding your identity. Please, I don't want to know your name. And as well, I don't want to know the name of anybody that might be involved in this very issue. But at the same time, I would want you to narrate your story to us once again. Why? Because behind you there is camera. We are recording this very program and the world is watching. Sitting here with me is my seer, our seer, who by grace of God, he sees secret and deep things, and he also knows when someone is telling lies. Be you who. So I appreciate you narrate your story to us, more especially to Seer. Let him look into it to know what he have to say concerning this. So please speak out as you gently narrate your story to us. Thank you.
My problem is a quite intriguing problem. I've been battling for this thing for 2 years plus now, and it has really been eating me up. Like, it has been eating me down to my roots, and I've been really determined to find a solution to my problem. I was perfectly okay. I'm okay now. Around last 2 years, 3 years ago rather, I was okay. I was a playboy, going on with my activities. I was agile. I was okay.
You were a playboy.
I was a playboy.
And you are proud to say it.
I was a playboy, yeah.
All right, no problem.
It was something, I cherish, doing last 3 years, and, I just fit into that kind of role, and it was okay for me.
Okay.
So, along the line, I was going, and, everything was going smoothly, and, smoothly. Fast forward to 2 years backward, I started having, a symptom, erectile dysfunction. And this erectile dysfunction, is not what we really can come out as a man to say we have erectile dysfunction. Normally, I thought I could,
Please, can you break it down?
okay,
Erectile dysfunction, do you mean that your manhood is not functioning?
yes,
Yeah, so that people like me that did not go to school we understand.
yes,
Yes, okay.
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 So when I say erectile dysfunction, it means my manhood is not working. It can't, work properly when I want to use it.
Okay.
So it happened that, I thought it was a normal thing, probably because of, the way I, intertwine with, girls, or maybe watch porn frequently, or maybe, stress or something like that. Do you get? So I thought it was a basic something, it was random. Do you get? So 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, I was constantly, battling with it, but it wasn't serious. It was increasing gradually, gradually, gradually. It started from, me not having my morning erection again. From me not having morning erection, slowly, I slowly start to, I couldn't feel, sexual urge, or something like that again. As it continued to, proceed and proceed and proceed, I felt it's something I could, just take care of myself. Go to pharmacy, mix one or two drug. I've gotten myself, I'm okay. I took the drug. To my surprise, it was no avail. Everything just felt like it was just piling up in my body. As I called my mom, I said, Mom, I don't think I'm feeling quite okay, blah 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 blah. My mom was like, okay, maybe it's because of, she spoke it in my language. It will go too much sugar din awogi.
Okay, like you have too much sugar.
Too much sugar,
Okay.
and I went for detoxification in my hospital, because I there was in hospital, my close friend is a doctor. I went to his hospital and we did check up. He gave me detoxification, so I did what they call detoxification, like removing sugar from my body. I did it, and doctor was like I should wait for 1 month for it to start showing me the importance of why I took the drug. 1 month passed, 2 months passed. I didn't see any sign. In fact, it kept on becoming worse. I kept on asking myself what could be the problem, because I look for my right, I look for my left. I was never born with erectile dysfunction. I'm an active boy. I'm a playboy for that matter. So it gives me an itch on an edge when I want to perform, and I cannot perform. It reduce my masculinity or reduce my confidence. So I decided to, I need to get to the source of this. Let me know what is wrong with me. I went to the hospital. When I went to the hospital, they decided to run some tests of me. They did what they call hormonal tests. Tests to check if my hormone is complete, to check if, like, maybe it's one or two, maybe my testosterone is working, blah blah blah. They put everything together, and my testosterone, everything was working perfectly. My hormone, everything was complete. It turned out that I had hormonal balance. My hormones was balanced. It was okay. They decided to test for my blood sugar level, because I date back to when I told them that, oh, my mom said it might be blood sugar. So they were like, okay, let them text it for me, because that is part of the test to prove if
You have excess sugar.
you have it. Because part of what the doctor said was it could be excess sugar, it could be hormonal imbalance, it could be stress. Normally I do go through stress, but I explained the stress to my doctor. Is I go to work, I come back. He told me it was a normal thing, and if it was like that, that means everybody would have erectile dysfunction. So it was not the stress that was really really in that way, because he asked me to take sleep, which I did for 1 month plus. They
Okay.
like take enough sleep, and I made sure that I calculated my sleep. My sleep was always 7 to 8 hours. Do you get? I made sure that I took enough nap. To my surprise, there was no avail. The hormonal test came out positive. I was okay. I didn't have any hormonal problem or something. The blood sugar came out. I was also okay. And they told me, young man, go home, you are free, you are okay. Prescribe some drugs like suavaline, some drugs that will boost me, like when I want to perform. He gave me plenty drug. He gave me suavaline, he gave me he gave me like different drugs. He gave me
Okay.
like three. It was in like a blue pill. I do use the drug anytime I want to, want to perform. But the worst part of it, when I take the pill, it's more like it's even my manhood is shrinking.
Hmm.
This is getting, when I mean it was worse and it was embarrassing. In fact, I couldn't even like look my girlfriend in the eye, because it was very embarrassing for me to want to perform, and I wouldn't want to perform. In fact, when she called me, they'll come and perform. Because of that, I would just like just shy away and just let's go out like that. I had a friend in Ghana, one of my good friend like that. We're talking. It was like he also has a friend in India, and two of them were roommates back then when they were in school. It was like, okay, he's going to send me the roommate number because they're still in close contacts. Let him in India, because India have like a special way to run tests and stuff. Let him coordinate one or two tests for me. I shall explain my problem to him. I collected his contact, we talked, it was going fine. He said I should narrate my problem for him. And when the symptoms started, I told him this has been going for over close to a year now. But the first 6 months to 7 months, I was like, I was still on like taking like medication, hoping it to get better. But now it's reaching a year. Funny thing, I explained to him, he was like, oh, that is not a problem. In the same way that my former doctor told me I should avoid stress, do some chest, tell him this was my blood sugar. I gave all the details to him, and it was like there's a special medicine that is going to send for me. It's going to import for me, and when he imports that medicine, I should take it. I took that medicine. He said I should take it 2 in the morning, 2 in the night. I always repeat it so it will boost my sexual activity. I took this medicine. What's part of it? No avail. I kept on wondering. This is becoming another thing. When you are taking like a medicine, you are meant to see like the results, good results. But nothing is working. It's as if it's like it's backfiring, it's deteriorating.
Like the medicine they send all the way from India.
Indian. And the funny part of it is the medicine is not a small money. I've been going for tests, different tests, blood sugar tests, hormonal imbalance tests, spike tests, different thing, even stress level tests. Because the last test I went for, they said it could be I was passing through stress, and that stress is affecting me. I did tests, series of tests. When I mean tests, I went as far as taking my semen, to check if everything is aligning. And it's not small money. This is something that I've wasted over 5 million, going to 6 million on just test alone. You can talk about medicine, getting medicine daily, taking stuff to boost me and stuff. When this medicine came from India, I took it as he prescribed, because he told me today 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. I was taking it as he prescribed. To my knowledge, I would wake up and I will not feel it. I was just like a normal human being. It was like I was very happy. I was still moving on with my life, but yeah, I could tell that I am not okay, and something is happening to me. I told this my friend that is in Ghana, because me and my friend, we had a long way before we relocated to Ghana. We're roommates during uni. Do you get? So we do jam together and stuff. So he told me, guy, have fun now. Why this thing still dey stress you like this? I told him, so more guy, I don't know why this thing still dey bother me. This thing don't reach a year now. He was like, okay, no problem. We scheduled our meeting to go meet a native doctor. So the native doctor told us that that he knows where the root is. I was very happy. He budgeted it that in the next 1 month I should come, but during that 1 month I should get some items. He said I should bring goats, I should bring orgy, I should bring different things. Just he listed it for me. I should bring palm wine, brought different things for him. I think cost me about 2 million. Brought it for him. He said I need what I need is cleansing. I was to get myself. So I didn't really think about, because I'm a church goer. Truth is, I'm a church goer. But during this period I've been going to church, you know hoping for something to happen, but I just have to just take this route, follow my friend and just take this route to know if I'm on the right track. I went for this cleaning. So when I went for this cleansing, they baited me in the water, put some calories down. I was just seeing the way the man was doing the incantation and incantation and incantation. Told me I should, I should go home, take a good sleep. When I take a good sleep, I should come back the next day because the cleansing was going on for like about a month. That's what he told me. The cleansing is going to go in a month. That
For
is,
real.
yes, in a month. But in the month, I'm going to come. There's 4 weeks in a month. I'm going to come 4 times.
Okay.
4 times in a month.
That is once a week.
Once a week for the
okay.
cleansing. So it will take me to the river, bathe me. The next week, following thing. The next week, following thing. Next week, following thing. So my surprise, I was expecting like a change, a good performance, like because I was very very happy, like I'm going to be back. To my surprise, what I was expecting that because I was full of life, my manhood was very no work. Someone is eating well, it was shrinking, it wasn't good. I lost my confidence. I was like, I don't think I can go anywhere again. This is going to 2 years now. 2 years now I've been all by myself. I started losing my spark that I once had. I started losing it because I could not like perform very well. I went to see other because I thought maybe the doctors or the people I've met, they didn't know their work. I went to the medical laboratory to run some tests on me. They ran tests on me. In fact, they ran tests on all my whole body to know maybe there are some little things I need to take care of. At that period, I think I was having malaria. I treated the malaria. Everything in my body. I just made sure that I treated it to be on the right track. To my surprise, again, no avail. I kept on wondering, like, this is drifting to another part. I did cleansing, imported drugs from Indian, saw consultant I'm talking to you about. I saw more than 10 consultants on my case. All of them no avail.
Just because your manhood is not
Just because it was not functioning.
Hmm.
I told my friend, I told him I'm tired, honestly speaking. This cannot be the end of me. I'm losing it. In fact, imagine me going 2 years without having proper sex. It's not what anybody can even cope. And me that is like a playboy. It nearly drove me crazy.
Are you sure it is not this playboy that put you in this condition you are complaining of?
It wasn't it. Why? Because the doctor told me, he told me some healthy lifestyle I need to do, and which I did, just to make sure that everything came out fine. I told my friend I've done everything, take my medications, done this, done that, even went for cleansing. My friend is told me, are you sure it's not spiritual problem? I told him, how can it be spiritual problem? All my life I've been moving smoothly. Do
The
you
same
get?
thing I'm thinking now. The same thing I just said now.
All my life I have been moving smoothly. you know there's no point in my life I've ever encountered and I start to wonder if it's spiritual. Do you get? So he was like, no, let us check this thing. That he asked one of his friends like that. One of his friends knows someone, and that person will refer me to somebody again that will tell me what is exactly wrong with me. I was like, okay, no problem. But he's a very busy person. I got his contact finally and I begged him, help me with this my situation. This is not something that I should be proud of or something that I should say this is happening to me. Told him my situation. I've taken medicine, gone for cleansing, done a lot of things, but to my surprise, there's no avail, no positive results. And he said he's going to link me up with somebody, and that is when I got to know you. So when I got to know you, I searched for what you guys do, how you guys offer solution to people. So I made a plan with my friend. I'm going to come. I'll come and know what is wrong with me. If it is spiritual problem or it's just in my predicament. But I've tried everything possible and it's looking like there's no hope. So I don't know. That's why I'm here. Yes.
As a church goer, you didn't go to your pastor, you didn't talk to any prophetess or something to know if what is happening to you is spiritual or something.
The thing here is I went to see my pastor, and when I saw my pastor, He placed me on a dry fasting. In fact, I went for dry fasting. I do dry fasting 6 to 6 daily, just to make sure that I'm okay. He did deliverance for me, brought olive oil, katash. He was kabashing all around, and the same result I've always been seeing. To me, I lost hope. Honestly speaking, in fact, before I came here, I knew what it took me, because I was already expecting, even me coming here now, I'm expecting a negative response, because this I've gone everywhere. I've gone literally everywhere. Talk about it. I've traveled out just to make sure to get a proper dialysis of my problem. I've gone to several hospitals, visited more than 10 consultants, not hospital, like 10 consultants to check my case well. Visited, taking drugs, not just drugs worth money that people take and they get better. But instead of the drug to work, it makes my condition even worse. That's why I'm here, honestly speaking. It makes me very sick, and I don't have the confidence that I used to have years back ago.
Are you sure it is not one of those girls that you slept or you've been sleeping with that actually is behind what is happening to you?
If I was thinking about it, but me thinking about it now, I don't think so. I told you I'm a playboy, and right now I'm currently with only one of my girlfriend, and I'm okay with her. So, but during those period, I do have my things. Even my girlfriend, I do have my things before this problem came up. I do have some things with her. Like, I do run my sexual intercourse with her. It was okay, but along the line, the problem started coming, and this is going to 2 years now. So,
Because me, I am suspecting that it might be one of the girls you slept with. As a playboy, you'll be carrying different girls. That it might be one of these girls that is actually behind what is happening to you. That this, since you have gone to the hospital said there is nothing wrong with you, right?
yes,
All the whole text you carried out came out negative.
negative.
That is to say you are medically fine.
Okay, yes, I am medically fine. In fact, there was the last one that they did for me. That is 1 month before me coming here. They collected my blood sample. They checked for all this. Because they said some sexual related disease could be what might be injuring me from
Okay.
performing well. They did everything, and everything came out. They tested me for gonorrhea, syphilis, everything, and it turns out that I was medically fine. I was okay. I was in alignment with the rest of the results that they've been bringing out.
You didn't have any infection.
No infection, no disease. I was just okay. I was plain.
Then what is happening to you is spiritual.
My mind, yes, I'm believing in spiritual, because with the fact I've gathered, definitely just point at one place is definitely spiritual. Yes,
Do you now see the reason it is not good to be jumping from one girl to another?
yes.
Hmm?
I know it's not something I should be proud of, which I acknowledge it. It's not something to be proud of. But during those period, I know that before being a playboy, I now stick to my girlfriend. So I didn't really see it as a bad thing, or shaping to that direction. But since it is what it is now, all my plans and all my focus is for me to get a solution to my predicament.
To
Because
get a solution and still get back to being a playboy. Eh?
getting a solution to my predicament, I'm just go after I get solution to my predicament, I'm focusing on my life and my girlfriend alone. Yes.
If I misjudge you from what you said, young man, if I may judge you by what you said, you actually brought this thing upon yourself. It costs nothing to be faithful.
Yeah.
I know at our prime as a young guy, and you are seeing money, you will be like, let me do this thing once and for all. But my brother, whatsoever that is sweet is as well, he as well buy somebody.
Yes.
Whatsoever that is very sweet, they also buy somebody. Sex is not just something you have randomly with anybody, anywhere, anytime. their spiritual attachment to it. Some people might even be sent to manipulate you and you will not even know about it. Yes. And now look at what you brought upon yourself. For over 2 years, you have been moving from one place to another in search of solution, to the extent of even getting drugs all the way from India. I know if I have given you the opportunity to say, you will talk about so many things. You will go more and more to tell us things you've taken. Chairman, if you succeed this very one, like if you escape this very one, try to respect yourself. Yes, you must not go all ladies you meet on your way. Some are evil spirits, some are moving with different bad luck and the rest of. Aside from your manhood being not functioning, they can inflict you with one kind bad spirit that you regret ever living with. Now you are learning in hard way. So what, at the end of the day, you come here and you did not get any solution? What are you going to do?
I've tried my best, with all my predicaments. If I come here and I made up my mind, if I didn't get a solution, that will be the end of it.
You stop going places in search of help.
I will stop going places. I will just accept it as my fate and just leave it.
All right, no problem. I heard your story. People, you've heard what he said that actually brought him down to the studio. So without wasting anybody's time, I would want to bring Sia into this very issue. Let us hear what Sia have to say concerning this. But before then, my family out there, please stop sending support for the next governor's movement. Why? Because we want to register as an NGO. Yes, we want to be recognized by the government. We are already on the process of registering. And once we are done and the name comes out, we will take that name to the bank. We will open an account, like we will open an official account for the NGO, so that any support, any fund that will be coming for the charity works we are doing will be going directly into that very account. I don't want to receive any fund or any support with my account, personal account anymore. So I beg you, as you heed to this notice, may God bless you now and always. Amen. Now let's hear what Sia have to say concerning this. Sia, ekenekwa gị nke ukwuu. Biko nwata nwoke anọ n'obi anyị si na ihe butere ihe n'obi anyị bụ maka ihe na-akpagbu ya. Ịnụrụ ihe niile o kwuru, ịnụ ka o si wee kọọ ya bụ akụkọ, nọzikwa n'ebe niile ọ si na ọ gago gbanyere ya bụ ihe. Mgbe sị gị biko dododo na-etufughị oge ọbụla ka ị nebagodo anya na ya bụ okwu, ka ị gwa m ihe i were ikwu gbanyere ya bụ ihe. Ana m ege gị ntị n'onu. Okay, Sia wants to say something. Sia biko gaa n'iru ka ịgwa m ihe i were ikwu n'okwu a. Ana m ege ntị.
Mma na-etiwazi aka oyibo nsugbe na-egbughị oge ọbụla dịka nsi wee fịa.
Sia said he's going to be saying things the way it is, without he will go straight to the point and say the thing the way it is without painting words, without wasting time. Sia, ana m ege gị ntị n'onu.
Nna, nwata nwaanyị a gịnị ya na-ayị? Unu afụrụ onwe unu n'anya?
Young man, my seer said this young girl you are dating, are you guys truly in love? Do you love each other?
Truth is, I don't love her.
You don't love her?
I don't love her, but she's my girlfriend. We do, stuff together, but I don't love her. I just like her, but I don't love her.
Seer, enyekwala ihe ya bụ nwata nwoke kwuru. Ana m egekwe gị ntị n'onu.
Nsogbu adịrọ, mana ife dị ebe a bụ na mma agwa gị nya bụ eziokwu dịka o si wee dị.
Seer said there is no problem, that he's going to tell you this thing the way it is. But if I may ask, how can you be in a relationship with someone you don't love?
Like I told you earlier, I was a playboy, and when I met her, we had different things together. Do you get? And I never, for once, just had that mindset of loving her deeply, but I just loved her because of what I get from her. That's it.
Okay, Seer, ana m egekwe gị ntị n'onu.
Ihe bụ eziokwu ebe a bụ na ọnọdụ ịnọ na ya bụ nwata nwaanyị dosie gị na ya bụ ọnọdụ.
Seer said the truth of the matter is that this young girl you are dating, you said that is your girlfriend, is actually the person behind what is happening to you.
No, I don't think so. This person you're talking about, there's nothing I don't give her. I give her money. I give her money like literally every time. So, and we do even act together. So I don't think she's the one that is behind my predicament. No, I don't think so.
So because you give her money, you think she cannot do anything to you?
Yes, I give them. If she asked me for something, even if sometimes it can be too much, but even though I still give her, and I don't think she's the one behind my predicament. No, I don't think so. No.
Are you trying to say my seer is lying? Are you trying to say he's lying for saying that your girlfriend is the person behind what is happening to you? Are you guys quarreling?
There was no. I see our argument as a normal argument a boyfriend and girlfriend can have. So there's never a time I once look into it and suspected it was anything behind my predicament. No, we are cool. We are very we are talking. In fact, we are very close. So
you guys are cool.
We are very cool, very very cool. So there was never a time I expected or I suspected she would be the one or anything. But even I highly doubt. In fact,
when your manhood start behaving the way it is behaving, when it stops functioning, what has she been doing? What has been her reaction?
She has been with me. She always wants to even try to even have sex with me. That's even one thing that even like convinces me. She wants to have sex with me because it was more like I give her money. I get what I get. I get to pay, like I get my satisfaction. So she has been trying her best to even like give me my satisfaction. So
like
and
she's
I know
complaining
yes
about the dysfunction of your manhood.
Yes. But she always try like her best to satisfy me, and I always give her money. To compensate that.
Seer, ịnụkwalụ ọnụ okwu ya bụ nwata nwoke, ana m egekwe gị ntị n'onu.
Ya bụ okwu eligo m ọnụ na m amarozi ebe m ebido wee kwube ya bụ okwu.
Seer said right now that he's confused, he's speechless. He do not know where he will start to say what he's saying. Yeah, he don't know where he will start to say things. Coupled with the fact that the young man is even doubting what he said. Seer, ana m egekwe gị ntị n'onu.
Maka na ọnọdụ ya bụ nwata nwoke nọ, ọ ga-abụkwa ihe siri ike ime ka obi ya kweta n'ihe anyị na-ekwu na ọ bụ eziokwu.
Seer said the condition this young man is in right now, that it will take the grace of God, like it will be very difficult to convince him to believe in what we are saying. See ya, ana m egekwe gị ntị n'onu.
Mana otu ọbụla o si dị, ife anyị nọ bụ isi na ịchọ ka ịfụnanya, anyị emelụ gị ịfụnanya ma kwelụ.
Tia said, but there is no problem. What we are here for is that if you want to see and believe, we will make you see and believe. Yeah. So, young man, my seer is still insisting that your girlfriend, this very person you said is your girlfriend, that she is the one behind what is happening to you.
I don't think so. I really doubt. But I will prove it to you. I'll bring her here just to prove it to you. But I really, really doubt. But I'll bring her here. She will not refuse me because I will bring her here. But I highly doubt.
Like you will bring her here to prove to us that she cannot do it.
Yes, I'll bring. She will tell you to your face self that she's not. She can't even lay a arm on me. She dares not. She knows me. So there's never a way she will do that. She can't even do such a thing.
Are you being serious right now?
She can't do so. In fact, when I get home, I'm inviting her over to my place, and I'm bringing her here safe.
You don't even need to go home.
I'm bringing her here.
If you are very sure she's going to come here, that will be perfect.
She will come here just to prove you wrong. She will come here.
Just to prove us wrong.
Yes, she will come here.
People, this one sweet me very, very well. Yes, at least in as much he's doubting what he has said, he as well accepted that he can invite the girlfriend down to the studio just to prove us wrong. See ya, ị na-anụkwa ka ya bụ ihe si ada, ana m egekwe gị ntị n'onu.
Omegonya bụ okwu o wee dịla anyị mfe.
But why? Sia said he has made this journey to be an easy one for us, like very smooth one. Sia, ana m egekwe gị ntị n'onu.
No, inyelozi anyị aka nye anyị akala ekwentị ya bụ enyi ya nwaanyị ka anyị mee ka o lute nso ka anyị wee nebanye ya bụ okwu anya.
Alright, Sia said you have to help us to invite your girlfriend down to the studio. I don't know if I should call her your girlfriend. I don't know what to call her, but because you called her your girlfriend, that is what I will be calling her. You will help us. Let's find a way of inviting her down to the studio. And the first step is by giving us her number. Yes. You have to give us. Okay. You have to give us her number. Okay. Put her number here. This number is 13. It's 13. Check it very well. All right. Okay. Sia, ya bụ nwata nwoke enyego m akara ekwentị ya bụ onye a na-ekwu okwu ya. Owu ihe ọzọ iwe ikwu na ya bụ okwu ka m gaa n'iru chọọ ohere m ga-eji mee ka ya bụ nwata nwaanyị bịa n'obi anyị n'ụbọchị nke taa.
Ị ga-agaba n'ilu.
Alright, Sia said I should go ahead to invite the said girl down to our studio. Young man, are you very sure you can withstand what is going to happen when your girl comes?
I am 100% sure she's going to shock you guys. She can never do such a thing.
You will be disappointed.
That's why I'm going to bring her.
Eh?
That's why I'm going to bring her. She cannot do such a thing.
You trust her that much?
Yeah, I trust her. Even if we had not that close or anything, but for the fact that we do check with our sex, I give her money, I don't think so. No.
And I'm not sure you guys are into relationship. Maybe you guys are into trade by barter.
Yes.
Friends with benefit.
Yes.
Yes, that is from what you are saying. This is just friends with benefit. Give me money anytime you want me. I will
Yes.
be available.
Yes.
That is what you people are doing.
Yes.
And you are trusting that person. You are saying she cannot do this thing to you. Eh?
I don't think so, because what would be a reason? What would be the perfect reason for her doing that to me? So I can't clock it. So I don't think so.
All right. To you, you guys are not in a relationship, right?
Yes.
But to her, you don't know.
No, I don't know.
No wahala. I heard your story. You said you don't love her, but you don't know how she feels towards you. Time shall tell. People, you have seen and heard it all. So without wasting anybody's time, I want you to go to the comment section. Tell us how you feel concerning this very issue. Yes, a playboy. It's funny, but it's not funny. But as you are commenting, comment respectfully. After that, I want you to support us. I want you to show us love. I want you to encourage us by liking and sharing this video as many times as you can. If you love what myself and Sia is doing, I beg you, support us by subscribing, turn on the notification button, like and share this video for the world to watch and learn. And as you do so, I want you to stay tuned to see how all this thing is going to play out, as we'll invite the said girl down to our studio to come and defend herself concerning this thing Sia just said about her. So please, don't be told, don't be left out. Go to SKITLORD COMEDY STUDIO on YouTube to see how all these things unfolds. Thank you.